Tonight at 5, wind chill advisories are in effect all across southern Wisconsin. How long will this last? We will have the latest, plus some tips how to protect your homes from this cold as the temperatures continue to drop. You're watching News 3 now at 5. An alert day brings bitterly cold temperatures and a wind chill advisory to southern Wisconsin both tonight and also tomorrow. Madison also under a snow emergency as crews are still cleaning up after Saturday's snowstorm. And that means alternate side parking remains in effect from 1 in the morning till 7 in the morning. City officials are urging everyone to park off the street entirely, and street crews will be working in areas that were blocked during initial plowing attempts. Many streets remain snow covered because cold temperatures are making salt ineffective. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out of the weather patio, braving the elements in our first warm weather. Gary?
You know, it's deceiving. We had sunshine today, but it didn't help temperatures very much. And all the elements are in place for a really cold night. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. You can see how the sky's cleared out. All that fresh snow cover on the ground. In fact, you take a look at snow cover across the state of Wisconsin. The entire state is covered. Of course, the northern part of the state, over 2.5 feet of snow up near Lake Superior, but most of southern Wisconsin, a good 6 to 9 inches of snow on the ground. High temperatures started out in the single digits. 9 was the best we could do in Madison. Janesville made it up to 12, but those temperatures continue to drop. Right now, Madison's at 7, so is Janesville. Temperatures are approaching 0 out on the other side of the Mississippi River. Here in Dane County, still 8 in Belleville, 8 in Middleton, and 8 in Sun Prairie, but you factor in the winds, and we're seeing wind chills right now already in the teens below 0 to our north and west. Madison's wind chill is at 3 below 0, and when temperatures get that cold, any kind of wind will create a bitter cold wind chill. Wind chill advisories in effect for all of southern Wisconsin from late this evening through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for skies to be mostly clear this evening. By 10 p.m. we'll already be below 0 with wind chills as cold as 15 to 20 below 0, and by morning those wind chills could be as cold as 25 below 0. Later on, I'll take a look at when we can expect any improvement in this bitter cold.
All right, Gary, thank you. We are helping you keep an eye on your homes this week as those temperatures continue to drop. Our Andrew Banstra spoke with We Energies and Monona Plumbing and has some tips on how to keep your pipes safe and your home in good shape. Andrew?
Eric, it's the little things that really don't take all that much effort that can make a big difference. Things like leaving your faucet running with cold and hot water can save you from every homeowner's worst nightmare, frozen pipes. With frigid temperatures, homeowners worry about frozen pipes, but how would you even know?
I have no water in my part of my house, but the rest of it I do. Well, that's a telltale sign right now in the winter, something's frozen.
In that case, Luke says your pipes probably haven't burst yet, but
the other sign is they cause where water's spraying out of the ceiling, and that's when they're already frozen, split, and it did the damage. Either situation, which is good to know, is go shut off your water.
What about the exterior of your home? WE Energy says the cold weather poses a natural gas leak risk. Stay safe by making sure your carbon monoxide detector is working, and
heavy snow, heavy ice can also damage your natural gas meter. So you want to make sure that you're shoveling snow away from it, using your hands or a broom to keep it clear.
Leaving the sink just barely running on the top story of your home can also prevent frozen pipes.
You want to just slowly get your water running, just a little trickle like this right there.
Believe it or not, another tip comes under the sink.
So what you can do is you can open it up and then just leave it. Just leave your cabinet doors open while you go to bed, and in the morning you can close it too, but that'll help get that warm room air into that cabinet to help keep that from freezing.
Luke emphasized that knowing where your water shutoff valve is critical if your pipes freeze, and to call a plumber right away if they do. He says if you follow these rules, though, when temps dip below 10, you'll be in good shape.
Oh, some good advice there, Andrew. Thank you. And stay up to date on the weather with our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has your school closings, hourly forecast, road conditions, the latest radar as well. And you can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. And you'll also find more on channel3000.com. And tune into News 3 Now this morning, tomorrow, for the very latest on possible school closings and delays due to the cold. The brutal and violent videos of Memphis police beating 29-year-old Tyree Nichols have now been seen by the entire world. While 5 officers have been indicted on multiple charges, including second-degree murder, we have learned a 6th officer was suspended as part of the investigation, and some legal experts are questioning whether those charges were the right call. Ivan Rodriguez reports, and we do want to warn you, some of this video is very difficult to watch.
5 officers involved stand equally charged with 7 counts, including second-degree murder and aggravated kidnapping. But one legal expert says second degree is a gray area that could benefit the defense.
It takes an awareness that there is a just likelihood that you'd be reasonably certain that your conduct would result in somebody's death.
When the blows are as severe as they are, we're comfortable that we'll be able to prove that the defendants were reasonably certain. And that's really all that is required for a knowing killing, which is the relevant language for the second-degree murder statute.
A sixth officer has now been relieved from duty. The district attorney won't say whether the sixth Memphis officer will be charged. Nationally, there's bipartisan condemnation of the deadly encounter and a growing call for federal policing reform.
I mean, it's just difficult to watch. What strikes me is just a lack of respect for human life.
We need a national conversation about policing in a responsible, constitutional, and humane way.
Shame on us if we don't use his tragic death to finally get the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act passed.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
The George Floyd Justice and Policing Act failed in the Senate in 2021 after clearing the House largely along party lines. The Congressional Black Caucus has asked for a meeting with President Biden this week to move police reform negotiations forward. A funeral will be held for Tyree Nichols on Wednesday. Today, Chief Andre Sales with the Beloit Police Department commenting on the video showing the brutal beating. In a statement on Facebook, he said what the officers did is appalling, indefensible, and sickening. He also said his department remains committed to working with the community to ensure dignity, security, and justice for all. And be the first to know as we learn new information about this investigation by downloading our Channel 3000 mobile app. We also have more coverage at channel3000.com. Helping you get the information you need before hitting the ballot box, we're keeping a close eye on a forum soon to get underway for 3 candidates running for Madison mayor, hosted by several West Side neighborhoods. The forum taking place at the Sequoia Library, where we find our McKenna Alexander with a preview of tonight's discussion. McKenna?
Yeah, and there is still time to come down. That event doesn't start until 7, and this room behind me does seat 80. Whenever Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, Gloria Reyes, and Scott Kerr will be answering questions on housing, the environment, public safety, and public transportation. Now, incumbent Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway is running for re-election with a focus on affordable housing, climate change, rapid transit, and racial equity. Former Madison Metropolitan School District Board President and Deputy Mayor Gloria Reyes has said before that she'll be focusing her campaign on Madison's housing crisis and re-imaging the current overhaul to the bus rapid transit system. As for Scott Kerr, the longtime city employee, he set his campaign priorities on public safety and cost-effective government. Now, again, that discussion tonight does start at 7 p.m. and goes until 8:30. If you aren't able to make it down tonight, you can stream the whole thing over on our website, channel3000.com.
All right, McKenna reporting live tonight. Thank you. And the Madison School District Superintendent will deliver a State of the District address this week. Dr. Carlton Jenkins will deliver that address in the auditorium at Madison East High School beginning at 6 tomorrow night. Dr. Jenkins plans to speak about a wide range of topics, including school safety, funding, and solving achievement disparities. He is also expected to lay out his plan for the district's future. A plaque honoring former governor fighting Bob La Follette was unveiled at the Capitol today. La Follette served as governor from 1901 to 1906, before then serving in the U.S. Senate from 1906 to 1925. He also ran for president in 1924. The plaque now sits below a bust of the progressive leader. It details his contributions to the state as well as the nation.
He fought for women's rights and Native American rights. And much of the New Deal, the famous New Deal that Roosevelt brought into effect in Washington, came from ideas of Governor La Follette when he was governor of Wisconsin.
And distant relative La Follette, longtime Secretary of State Doug La Follette, he spoke at today's unveiling. He said he is proud of the new plaque that now gives visitors of the Capitol the ability to learn who this great man was. Coming together to fix a problem, that's what a group of Fitchburg businesses have stepped up to do after Little John's closed, and with it, its contract to provide meals to Dane County's older adults. Little John's closed January 23rd, and now 5 different businesses have come together to provide almost 70 meals a day through the Fitchburg Senior Center. They've agreed to do this for now until a more permanent solution is in place.
I just feel really grateful that so many decided that they would take us on. It's definitely a challenge. They're not necessarily serving things that are on their menu. Just going out of their way, stepping out of their boundaries and helping us is just, it's been really lovely.
The Fitchburg Senior Center will reimburse those businesses. The meals are for any residents enrolled in the Meals on Wheels or who dine at the Senior Center. UW Health sharing the success story of a Michigan family after a woman had to undergo emergency fetal surgery to save her twins. The Anderlas were undergoing routine monitoring when they were referred to the UW Health Fetal Diagnosis and Treatment Center. After further testing, the twins were diagnosed with stage 3 twin anemia polycythemia sequence, or TAPS. It is a rare condition where there are unequal blood counts between unborn twins. One baby gives blood and nutrients to the other and becomes anemic, while the other receives too much blood and nutrients, causing their heart to work much harder. If untreated, TAPS can be fatal for both babies, and the Anderlas knew doctors had to act quickly.
Dr. Loback, having the experience previously doing this and having such a high statistically high results outcomes for this really contributed to that decision to move forward with it.
The operation was a success, and the twins' blood flow began normalizing almost immediately. After staying over for one night, the family then returned home. On November 1st, twins Carter and Shay were born in Green Bay.
I think fetal surgery in general is very interesting because 40 years ago it didn't exist. And all of these babies who had this condition and similar conditions would not have had a good outcome. And so the exciting thing is fetal surgery now offers hope, really, where there wasn't any before.
This was the first laser procedure performed at the center and the first set of twins born after visiting the facility. Gary has the latest on tonight's Alert Day. That's next at 5. Plus, this week, President Biden will meet face-to-face with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy for the first time since he secured the gavel. What's topping the agenda after the break? And trading starts the week on a bit of a down note. The Dow Jones gave back 261 points. The Nasdaq plummets almost 228. S&P down 53 at the closing bell. We'll be right back.
A prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz.
On the Supreme Court, I'll be a common sense judge. I'll protect public safety. I believe in a woman's freedom to make her own decision on abortion. It's time for a change.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our New Year's Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this New Year at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. So if under eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this new year and see that younger looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I'm voting for Judge Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court. She believes in our freedom to make our own decisions when it comes to abortion.
Extremists want to ban abortion, even in cases of rape and the health of the mother.
Judge Janet Protasewicz is the change Wisconsin needs.
Bitterly cold weather will continue through Tuesday, and an alert day remains in the forecast. I'll let you know how cold it'll feel at 6.
And conquering the world's largest freestanding mountain, a local woman retraces her steps of inspiration tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed, more than $500,000 recovered, and we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
New today, more than 30 people were killed, 120 injured after an explosion inside a mosque in Pakistan. The blast took place in Peshawar in the middle of the afternoon prayer. Investigators believe it was a suicide blast. The mosque is situated inside the police lines of the city. It's mostly attended by law enforcement officials. Rescue operations are still underway. The Biden administration wants to make it easier for women to get free birth control. A new rule has been proposed by the Departments of Health and Human Services, Labor, and Treasury. It removes a Trump-era exemption to the Affordable Care Act that allows employers to opt out for moral convictions. Employers would still be allowed to opt out for religious reasons, and a new independent pathway for those policyholders would be created for women to access contraception at no cost. Students at religious colleges would also have access to that avenue. New safeguards are in place for the FAA to avoid another system failure like the one we saw earlier this month that grounded all U.S. air travel for the first time since 9/11. It happened, they say, due to a corrupt file in the NOTAM system, which distributes safety notices to pilots and also air traffic controllers. They made changes to the protocol for maintenance of that system. The agency confirmed last month's ground stop was caused by a contractor unintentionally deleting a file. Well, the fight over the nation's debt limit is just getting started, but there could be some movement this week with both sides agreeing to sit down and talk face-to-face for the first time. Nicole D'Antonio has more details from Capitol Hill.
President Biden announced a new train tunnel project in Baltimore to replace the 150-year-old tunnel currently in use. Money for the project is coming from the $1 trillion infrastructure bill he got through Congress.
I know we can forge a path of building an economy where no one's left behind. That's what this project and others like it across the country are all about.
But House Republicans say Democratic spending has led to inflation and interest rate hikes. They want to see cuts in the next budget before they vote to raise the nation's borrowing limit in order to pay America's debts.
I want to find a reasonable and a responsible way that we can lift the debt ceiling but take control of this runaway spending.
But President Biden maintains that even just threatening to default on America's debt is harmful to the economy. He and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy will sit down to discuss this issue on Wednesday. House Republicans have been taking the lead on the negotiations, with Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell saying anything that comes from the Senate would likely just fail in the current House.
In this current situation, the debt ceiling fix, if there is one, or how it's to be dealt with, will have to come out of the House.
But some of McConnell's Senate colleagues are jumping into the fray with the House. 22 GOP senators sent this letter to President Biden saying they intend to stand by the policy that any debt ceiling raise must be matched by equal or greater spending cuts. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Democrats say Republicans have yet to say what kind of cuts they want or where they would come from. An alert day brings these freezing temperatures to southern Wisconsin. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now with our first warn weather. Gary, my mouth is freezing.
I was just going to say, yeah, it's that cold out there and getting colder. An alert day remains in the forecast for tonight and tomorrow for bitterly cold wind chills. Tonight they're going to drop to between about 20 and 25 below zero. Tomorrow they'll stay below zero during the day, even though air temperatures will get back up above the 0-degree mark. But wind chill advisories are in effect pretty much for the entire state of Wisconsin, as well as the northern half of Iowa, all of Minnesota, the western UP of Michigan, back into the Dakotas and Nebraska. At least we're not seeing any wind chill warnings on there. But there's widespread snow cover now across the Midwest. After the snow on Saturday, that brought snow down even into northern Illinois. So the thickest snow cover is in the northern portion of Wisconsin, but still a pretty healthy snow cover everywhere with clear skies tonight. That will allow the heat to escape from the earth pretty quickly, and that drops the temperatures very rapidly. And you can see now some snow on the ground across parts of Missouri down into Oklahoma and southern Illinois. There's another winter storm, but that's going to pass well to the south of us. These were low temperatures this morning, almost 30 below zero in International Falls, Minnesota. Just to our north and west, temperatures were below zero, and most areas were in the teens and 20s below zero across Minnesota and the Dakotas. These are current temperatures. Minneapolis, 0. International Falls, 3 below zero. 0. Wausau, 0. And then you factor in winds, and we're seeing wind chills between about 15 and 20 below 0. The winds not quite as brisk as they were last night, at least up in the northern portion of the Midwest, but still, once you get temperatures dropping to around 10 below 0, just a little bit of a breeze drops those wind chills very quickly. As I mentioned, that winter storm passing to our south, ice storm warnings, as well as winter storm warnings for parts of Missouri down into Arkansas and parts of Oklahoma. This storm will stay near the Ohio River, but what it'll do is it'll put some more snow cover down to the south. That means the next batch of warmer air that tries to come in out of the south will have to go over that snow cover and not be coming in full force like we saw for much of January when our temperatures were above normal almost every single day. The jet stream right now is still overhead, but notice to our north and west that comes in from the northwest. That will bring down that shot of cold air for tonight into tomorrow, but then we should rebound a little bit. Right now, high pressure is basically sprawled from Kansas, Nebraska, all the way back into southern Canada, and so that's just keeping the core of the cold air mass right across our part of the Midwest. And like I say, temperatures are already below 0 in the northern portion of the state, and we'll see those temperatures drop pretty quickly in the next few hours. Wind chill advisory in effect from late this evening through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning for all of southern Wisconsin. Future track wind chills beginning at 10 p.m. You can see we're already down to about 15 to 20 below 0. By early morning, probably closer to 25 below 0. And even during the day tomorrow, those wind chills staying at or below 0 for most of the day. Planning your night, actual low temperature, 12 below 0 in Middleton, 10 below 0 in Cross Plains, 9 below 0 in Roxbury. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 8 below 0 in Janesville, 11 below in Platteville, and 11 below in Prairie du Chien. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. Not quite as bitterly cold, but still a high of 12, not a big bargain, and wind chills will still stay below 0 during the day. 7 to 10 day forecast. At least we're back in the 20s for Wednesday and Thursday, but another shot of bitterly cold air arrives on Friday. Temperatures by morning down to about 4 below 0 with wind chills to 20 below, high only at 8. And then another warm up with temperatures on Saturday close to 30 and in the low 30s for much of next week. Maybe some light snow north of Madison on Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and then another system bears some watching for the possibility for some accumulating snow at some point the middle part of next week. As we check out first warn traffic right now, good news is traffic's moving pretty steadily on the Beltline. The roads look dry. They did a good job plowing from the snow on Saturday, and with temperatures this cold, any snow that's still on the roads is not going to melt because even salt isn't going to help. But right now we're seeing a lot of green on the Beltline as well as I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison, so about the usual 15-minute trip either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. 24 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-39, 90, 16 minutes from Midland to Sauk City on US 12, downtown to Sun Prairie, East Washington Avenue and US 151 takes you 21 minutes. That's your news for now. First warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Coming up now, we know who's going to the Super Bowl. It's time to plan the parties. Which snacks will help you save and which can put a strain on your wallet? That's when we return.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Menards is your home improvement destination. Why settle for a plain ceiling when there are so many stylish and durable ceiling options? Armstrong ceiling tiles come in a variety of styles that are easy to install. Then give any room a fresh look with the beauty and durability of Mohawk tile. Add a stylish finishing touch to your home with Logan Springs charcoal ceramic tile. Right now, just $119 each. Save big money in your next project now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Lake Ridge may be a new name, but it isn't a new bank. It's one built on over a century of community commitment. One equipped with all the knowledge and resources of 145 collective years of experience. Monona Bank and State Bank of Cross Plains are coming together as one. As Lake Ridge Bank, we're doing more together for you.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm going to gag or I'm going to go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with power swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just got to rub it on my teeth and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this new year by ordering Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the regular price. Yes, 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The stage is set for Super Bowl 57. The Philadelphia Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs will square off February 12th outside Phoenix and Glendale. And fans hoping to attend the big game could be looking at paying close to $5,000 on average per ticket. Travel company Hopper says NFL fans making the trip should expect to spend nearly $9,000 for tickets, along with flights, meals, and their hotel stay. And actual good news, if you're hosting a Super Bowl party this year, experts say it will cost you a lot less than previous years. Gloria Pazmino tells us which foods will score you the best deals and which might cost you a little extra.
It's just around the corner. The pressure, the excitement, the expense of hosting an epic Super Bowl party. But while the overall price of groceries is up 11.8% over this time last year, a new Wells Fargo Super Bowl food report reveals some game day dishes are now a little cheaper. According to the report, wing fans will see some relief in their snack food budget. A pound of chicken wings is down 22% from last January due to an increase in supply. If you're planning some fancier fare, sirloin steak prices are also down. And to top it all off, go crazy with guac. After a surge in prices in 2022, avocados are now at a bargain. The average retail price coming down 20% since last year. But if you want chips for that guac, it won't be all fun and games. The price of a 16-ounce bag of potato chips is up 22%, costing you $6.28 on average. And if you want to quench your thirst from all the salty snacks, that's going to cost you more too. The price of soda is up, with an average 2-liter going for $2.13. While that's not going to break the bank, beer is going to hit your wallet the hardest. Average prices jumping 11% since last year's big game. I'm Gloria Pazmino reporting.
And we'll have a final check of your First Warn forecast when we come back.
There's nothing like volunteering at the fire department.
There's nothing like hitting the waves.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't always been easy.
Since my skin was so irritated and itchy.
And even worse with all my gear on.
Now, I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema. So adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
New in 2023, eye care Medicare plan members receive an allowance of $150 total per month to spend on items like eligible healthy foods, OTC products, home supplies, wellness care, or living support such as rent, utilities, and internet. All unused monthly funds roll over until the end of the year. If you have Medicare and Medicaid, call us and a licensed sales agent will help find out if you're eligible. Rest easy. Eye care is looking out for you and your health.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Designed the all-new Honda Pilot Trail Sport, we made it adventure ready. With features like an enhanced all-wheel drive system and off-road tuned suspension, so you can blaze new trails. The all-new Pilot Trail Sport, the most off-road capable Honda SUV ever. Visit your local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily. Buy online or reserve from select Honda dealers.
Well, very, very cold out there. Gary's back with a final check.
Yeah, clear skies and temperatures are already in the single digits, are dropping wind chills pretty quickly. Right now, 7 in Madison, 7 in Waunakee, 7 in Edgerton. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, even colder to the north and west, down to 1 in Viroqua. Even Milwaukee at 10 degrees, and these are the wind chills. They're in the single digits and teens below zero. And look for these wind chills to continue to drop. By late evening, we're down to about 3 below zero.
And we'll have more updates in a half hour on News 3 now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.